Hello, and welcome back to Old Dog New Tricks channel. And we are at the end of our journey for getting started in Smartsheet, and we're going to be creating a dashboard. And so why do we want dashboards? Well, it should be kind of obvious because basically we want to present data to an audience for a specific purpose. And this is really key when you're designing your dashboard. You want to know what kind of data, you want to know who it's going to, and what is the purpose of that data. And the really nice thing is that it is quick real-time information. So during our dashboard template, I really quickly glossed over widgets, and that's the 8 options that you have when displaying data or information in a dashboard. The first 3 are dynamic, meaning they're real time. If you refresh that dashboard, you are getting exactly what the status is, what that metric data is, whatever the information is, it's real time. These other 4 through 8, they have to be changed manually. They're static information. And so our scenario, again, back to our wonderful invoice log, we want to have this kind of information presented in a dashboard. And so with that, let's jump over to Smartsheet. So as you recall, we created this dashboard template. We're going to do a save as new, and we're going to call it the spending dashboard. And save, open it up. Again, looks just like our template. We're going to do the edit button over here. We now have it as specific dashboard. So let's get rid of that part, go to the end, and this is the invoice tracking and spending dashboard. And again, has reports. That's pretty much everything that now makes it unique for this. And let's add some widgets. So we have some chart data. First thing we do is we have to go find it. If you remember, it's in our old dogs, and it's the summary. So we go to our summary sheet, and now you'll get a bit of understanding of why this data is collected the way it is. I can quickly select this, shift, and then hold that information, and now I've got chart data. Quick and simple. I don't need a legend because my title is going to cover that. So the title now is description spending. And I want to keep my theme, so we're going to keep this at 16. We're going to have it white font, and we'll use a little bit less, and I want it centered. And as you notice, it has been pre-selected as far as based on that data. Smartsheet has decided that it would look best like that. And there we go. We have our chart on description spending. Let's add another one real quick. Data, and we wanted this monthly. As you noticed, the invoice actually started in June, the process, so we don't really want to have all those zeros in our data, but we are going to start having some December data, so let's go ahead and use that. And again, I don't need the legend because my title is going to cover what that is. Usually a legend is when you have multiple data points in there. So this is monthly spending. Again, keep my motif, 16, white font, dark blue, center. And then I kind of like to keep my charting the same. So with that, I want to go ahead and keep it a bar chart or a column chart. The other thing that's kind of would help a lot would be on the vertical axis. What's this tick mark? And you see those lines went across, and it kind of helps. Also, if you notice that as I hover, it'll tell me what that spending is. So you don't necessarily have to display it. Sometimes I'll do that if it's a number that's fairly small, but you can tell that this would really bleed over. We're going to kind of shrink this a little bit to there. And then our last data that we wanted was from the metric. And so we get metric, go to old dog, summary sheet, and we wanted to know the spending for 2022. And we say OK. You can see the little metrics down here. Make it a little bit smaller. I don't really need this in there. I also need it to say 2022 spending. Again, I want it a little bit smaller. Go with the same motif, 16, white, and centered. up here, good spot for it. If I want this bigger, I can do that too. And there we go. And a report. So as you recall, when we did the report, it was for advertising. So to help me, I just go ahead and start typing advertising. There it is. Put it in here. As you can see, advertising report is fine. Just want it to look very similar. Again, trying to stay standardized. That's kind of important. Same look and feel across. The other thing is, you notice there's these drag bars. I kind of want my reports so I don't have to have the scrolling. They can see all the information they need right at their fingertips. So again, as you recall that report, it's totaling up a summary of everything that has to do with the description of advertising. And we do our save. And with that, we have created a dashboard. Pretty quick, simple, and you can tell that all the information is there that needs to be presented. And we are now at the end of the Getting Started playlist. And so with that, I will say until next time, have a great one.